Hey friends, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to yet another Halloween video. Today's video, if you couldn't tell, is a purple pastel skull. I'm not gonna lie, I have seen ones like these done before. This is by all means not original and I'm really not claiming it to be. This is actually inspired by a girl called Beaut Soup on Instagram and she is amazing and bae and stunning and let me be you, you're like a 10 out of 10. If you want to check out where the inspos come from, check out Beaut Soup. It's from like a couple of years ago I think, but I found it on Pinterest and I was like, you're cool, I'm gonna do that. But do let me know if you like this video. I am actually quite impressed with how it came out. I wasn't expecting it to come out that well. As an FYI, in this video I do look dead because I had just put on makeup before and the orange didn't come off. So if you see me with no makeup on and you think, wow, you look actually deceased, you'll know why. It's because my old makeup made my eyes look really hollow, so it wasn't quite my finest look. But anyway, if you're interested to know how this skull makeup was done, it is so easy and so simple. So if you guys are interested, do not click away because I'm about to show you. Okay, so we are back once more for the beginning of another Halloween video. I hope you guys are excited for this one. If you do like this kind of video, please make sure to let me know. I am still trying to figure out what you guys are into and what you're not so much into. So if this is something you really like, do let me know so I can try and figure out some more of them. And if not, then do let me know so I can not do more of them. If you're after a simple skull makeup, then this is the place to be because I'm going to talk you through step by step how I got this one. Okay, I'll see you in a minute, bye. I'm going to be starting off with the MAC Prep and Prime primer. This is the Light Radiant, and then I'm going to be covering my blemishes with the Soap and Glory Colour Corrector Concealer. As always, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is incredible coverage, as you can see, and it fits my skin tone perfectly. This is in colour Snow. And then I'm going to be covering my blemishes further with some normal concealer. I'm then filling in my brows with the Benefit Brow Gel and then patting in the concealer that I just left to set a few seconds ago. Then taking my Makeup Forever transparent powder, I'm just going to pat this on really lightly all over. And then I'm going to use my Barry M Big Bronzer and just bronze up a little bit so I don't look quite so dead. Okay, so now that my skin makeup is like even-ish, I'm going to start on the face paint. So basically for this one, I don't need too much contour and I don't need too much skin makeup as a base because my face paint is going to be covering the majority of where I would put the makeup anyway. I'm going to start off by creating the hollows of my eyes. For the photos and this sort of thing, I'm going to be having my eyes closed. I know you can get the contacts where you can cover your entire eye with the black. I know that you have to go to opticians for those. I don't have them, but by all means, if you are going to do this makeup, like, go ahead and buy those. They're amazing. I think they're called like, I don't know what they're called. So yeah, this is going to be the face paint side of it. I'm excited. Let's get going. Just taking my normal Snazaroo black face paint, I'm going to start out by mapping out the hollows of my eyes. As you can see, I start off quite small and grow because the smaller you start, the bigger you can make it, rather than starting off big and having to make a mess to try and make it smaller. For the nose, I'm using that classic skull nose shape, so I'm just mapping it out quite messily and lightly to begin with, and then filling it in with the same black shade that I used for the eyes. I'm going to try and distort my face shape a little bit by putting some black lines all around my forehead, and for this it's also going to give you a bit more of a skeletal effect, so just filling it in, especially if you have darker hair, will really help to make your face look slightly smaller. And then I'm going to map out the jawline. As you can see, I do this quite slowly, especially on the opposite side, because you want to try and make them look symmetrical, which is quite difficult if you do it quickly. To hollow out my cheekbones, I'm taking the black colour and just going to finger paint through the outer corner, and the finger painting lets it fade out really nicely into your normal skin colour. So as you can see, I'm just taking a little bit at a time and just blending that out. If you want to get sort of an old skeleton feel, you just add some cracks really lightly, and you can vary the pressure you put on the brush to get different sorts of cracks, so the harder you press, the more harsh the cracks are. And then I'm starting with the pastel colour, so I'm taking a purple Snazaroo paint and just finger painting that through, starting off a little bit to see how much I want and just heavying it up as I go, so around my cheekbones and onto my forehead and my jawline I'm going to get quite heavy, and in the middle I'm going to keep it quite light, kind of like contouring and highlighting but with a purple pastel shade. And for the main part of the mouth, so I'm taking a sponge and just making the majority of that area as white as I can before I start, and then I'm going to start mapping out some pretty claw-shaped teeth, so starting off with 2 in the middle and going along the top to keep it pretty easy, and once you have a rhythm it makes it pretty simple. And then marking a line makes it easier to draw the teeth underneath, and then I'm just going to fill in the edges by, again, finger painting. I find that the finger painting makes it easier to make the shadow look a lot more natural, so I'm just going to go in between each and every tooth, which is quite tedious and time consuming. So now I'm just going to get some detail on there. I'm just going to draw a few lines around specific areas, like around my jawline and my eyes, and then I'm going to take a white paint and just give it a bit more depth and a bit more light, otherwise it's all a bit flat. So just copying all the black lines, going around that with a bit of white. To let the purple carry on throughout the rest of it, I'm going to finger paint through a bit of purple, making it sort of lines around my teeth. And then to accentuate my jawline, I'm just going to do some black paint. And finally, I'm going to pop on a pair of eyelid lashes. I think we might have finished. Take, ow, ow, ow. Hey, that doesn't look too bad, you know. Well, this is it, guys. Finished look. This is a pastel purple skull. It's very, very simple, very easy. Honestly, it really didn't take that long. All it took was just my fingers getting involved. It's literally just a face full of finger painting. I love this sort of stuff because it comes out so well every time. So if you guys have liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and all that stuff, because there will be another video out tomorrow in case you weren't aware. But do let me know if you like this video, because if you have, I will try and do more of them, and if not, I will try and do less of them. I just need to re-stick my eyelash down. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I honestly really appreciate it every time, you know that. So I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your day, and join me back again tomorrow for another Halloween video. That's it. See you later.